Circus.
Oh, Feist will appreciate this. Today at work, one of the kids was trying to draw tattoos on themselves with permanent marker, but she was drawing them in the mirror. So we're like, did you just draw squigglies on your face? And she's like, it's supposed to be the number sixes 3 times. And we're like, it looks like a really pretty squiggle. And I was like, I
I
started
love how
laughing
it's
there, and
like
I was like,
Hail
oh,
Satan,
tell
but almost.
it just made me laugh. And I
Oh
was like,
man.
gotta tell Feist this because she also managed to get all the way up her arm with something and even something on her back. But again, the back one she did in the mirror, so it's all
Why? Why is
Tell
it?
her,
glorious.
tell her that I think she's the best. She just be like, this person that I know on the internet just
Says
thinks
you're
you're the
awesome.
best. You
I was
you are wonderful.
I just saw all this happening and I was like, oh, it's a good thing I get to see Feist tonight.
Why is it that we talk about Satan and then the streaming works?
Aha!
Obviously.
Yes. We did not pay tribute to the proper lord. Sorry, Amanda.
That's fine. It was so funny. That's why I had to. She
Now
has
I'm like
really
looking at
pretty.
mine. I'm like, huh, I wonder what these would look like backwards.
She has such pretty face squiggles.
Oh my stars.
I love that. I love that child. Tell them I love them.
I love that child too. I love all these
You
children.
you
Sadly,
packed bonds so easily.
Yes.
obviously.
Look, give me something, particularly if it's an inanimate object that's not supposed to be pack bondable to. I got you. Potentially evil new suit of armor. That's my baby now.
Your new best friend. Yeah.
That's my child. Is my child.
All right. Well, who wants to give the
Woodbury
recap now that we're
Waterdeep for
finally
it.
on the internet?
Please don't make me do it.
My notes are really weird. My notes start with Remy's only known people 2 full days.
That was like the first thing out of your mouth was, it's been
Yeah.
2 days.
It's been 2 days. Then I have Feist is with Embrick, who's possessed, and says the experiment works. And Leviathan has the soul of a copper dragon. And then Feist and real Embrick chat, and real Embrick's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And Feist is like, oh, this is gonna be fun. I got to learn all the things now. And then Feist is like, hey everybody, everything's fine. I've just got this new armor. And Portia's like, I'm pissed at you because you just yelled at me for doing this exact same thing. How dare you?
Not
And Feist is
exactly the
like,
same thing. How dare
it's
you?
not the same. This is my child. And Portia's like, I'm not speaking to you anymore. We arrive at the castle, and all these people are like, we need our insurance payouts and assurance that the city cares about us. And Gare's like, why don't we talk to the guard instead of waiting in this long line? So we get shoved up past through the line apparently. And the guard's like, you need to get cleaned up, you're all dirty. And we're like, that's rude. So we go get baths and everything gets cleaned and mended and it's really kind of cool. And if that's like a spell thing, we need to learn how to do this. And then I have a note. Miss Trunchbull is there and she's not happy. Um,
That's why I had Miss Trunchable written down?
yeah, she must have been she was the lady that wasn't happy, I guess.
You're welcome.
Then I have we are apparently heroes of Waterdeep, and that's why we've been summoned. So we're not in trouble, hopefully. And there's like all these other people there, and I have written down the Gray Hand people, the Harper people, the Shadow Standers, who are the cool people, and then some Riskoff, who's Open Lord, and is like, "Thank you all for your help." And then they're like, "Wait, somebody else is here," and we're like, sure. And then they're like, we have to let this person in, and it's like the Hands of Grace, and it's these 5 adventurers that Tegan falls hopelessly in love with one of them. Um, and we know 3 of their names, which is Manners, Punctual, and Frivolity, and they're like the cloaked individual whose manners, then there's like the gray skin tattooed, potentially Goliath, who's punctual, and then the floating dwarf who's like, I am all constantly drinking, and Tegan is like, yes, this is great. And then the mouse folk is like the cutest thing, and I love it, and we don't know its name yet. And Tegan and the dwarf are best friends, and the Taylor Smiths are the cool, fun shadow people, and it's Jasmine and Jason. And Portia's like, hey, I need to give you a hug, even if we're in the middle of court. Um, but it's fine. And then Manners is like, hey, I'm here because yeah, they burned down my tavern and I'm pissed. Ta-da!
I gotta say, you normally whenever you give the recap, it's like you snorted a whole fucking foot long of cocaine and you go a bajillion miles an hour and your notes are
Totally.
everywhere. But this time was very
Yes,
linear
yes,
and
it
very
was.
calm. I am impressed.
I think it was linear because we were all together the whole time for the most part.
I'm
Because
just
otherwise,
saying
it's very jumpy.
impressive.
And I didn't write down all the stuff that they were saying when we were there because I'm like, that's fancy people speak. That stuff Gerhardt's taking care of. He's listening carefully.
Very carefully.
Hmm.
It's nice to travel with your lawyer, isn't it?
All is well.
Well, I mean, yeah, in that case, we start off where the cloaked individual just got done saying they burned my tavern.
Vice jabs Portia in the rib.
You jab me in the rib, I jab you back because I just
Not
got
like
yelled at.
angrily, but like, Portia!
I'm just looking at all
Because
of you.
Jason
Roll-
just yelled at me for like
Yep.
Breaking the intrigue.
yes.
Oh, yeah, don't go hug him. He will be very upset with you.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Why didn't you guys tell me about this?
um
No.
we didn't know, but back on track
okay,
here.
all right.
Okay, so sorry to
Did we?
hear that they burned down your tavern. I look at the Harpers. You have no useful information. The Tailored Smiths at least told us that the Underdark's under movement. The Open Lord said they'd at least help us rebuild our tavern. And I turn and I look at the Grey Hands. So do you have any information?
No. Just like your friend over there, Saint Gerhardt, we were putting out fires all over the city.
The St. Gerhard thing is gonna stick, huh?
I love
Apparently
it.
it's gonna
It's
stick.
very cute.
What form is the yellow
You don't see it.
thing?
You don't know.
We don't see it.
You do not.
Have we seen it in a while?
That is, you know what? I'm gonna say no because nobody's ever asked, but I will say above table, I tell Gerhardt where it is.
I know this. That's what I remember it being an earring. Never mind. We'll get to that
It
later.
was a
you
head
don't
tie at one point
you don't.
too.
I'm gonna say currently you don't see it.
Oh, something really inappropriate almost popped out of my mouth. My bad. Um,
Okay. So what now?
Who you asking this to?
I'm just saying in general.
Okay.
we just
The
handed over the note.
Mm,
say it again. What
I
did you
just
say?
shrug. When she
No.
said, "What now?" I just shrug. I don't know.
Okay. Thought I heard somebody say something about a note. I just
Yeah,
trying to clarify.
I was saying that we had just handed over the note, correct?
Correct. Handed over the note. That's what started the mouse saying how stupid it is that the city lost the fucking stone again. That's
Ah, that was the
that's
context I
where
needed. Okay.
Portia took it personally. Like the mouse was saying, Portia and friends were stupid for losing the stone. It's not what the mouse said though. But the note did make its way back up to the current open lord, who just as passing along all this information, she goes, "Well, I believe what's next is trying to find if Xanthar really is behind all of this. To that, we need to know where he is, what that group is doing. The Zendharim might know something, as those two underground clans typically clash against each other.
Okay.
Xanthar is the one that has control over Skullport, right? It's only been like a day and a half, but it's only like 12 years in real life, so I can't remember.
That is correct, Feist.
Okay. So he
Skullport was under the control of this, or at least the parts that you guys were at was, as far as you know,
Mhm.
under control of the Xanthar's Guild.
Okay. So then Feist will say that louder. It's got a significant presence in Skullport.
So as you say that, Vajra will turns to look at you and goes, "So the Mad Mage's dungeon. Did you all ever find any books for me?"
Ask Tegan.
Apparently
I, w-
not.
I
Uh,
whispered to Tegan, don't forget she's got Henry. She might
I
not
don't remember. Do I
stop.
have books for her?
You
I
do.
honest to God, I have no idea. It's been like what ages, and I mean,
12 years in game.
I've eaten
Out
since
of game.
then, so
I think
12 years.
so.
You have
Yeah.
3 spell books that are from the dungeon itself. That's not including your own.
let's see if there's anything in here that I want. Hmm, not really. I guess I can whistle her aside and have a wee conversation with her.
She will she tells you that I'll find you after the meeting. It's not exactly proper business right now.
Oh, oh, really? I'm gonna turn to the dwarf. That's my new favorite person, and give him a big wink.
You're gonna see his massive form just jiggle as he's laughing like under his breath, like just the trying to hold it back belly giggle that his belly just moves up and down quite a few times as he's still that hose is still a golden color as it just in his mouth constantly.
I'm gonna lean over to Adnan and go, do you know counterspell? Because we might need it.
it's,
I don't want him to be a bird again.
it's actually in my repertoire, but let's see how this plays out.
Okay.
That sounds about right.
I should have asked Gearhart instead. That was my mistake. I knew better.
So the Harpers, the main guy speaks up and he goes, we'll reach out to our contacts at the other cities and see if they too have been attacked or if it's just Waterdeep itself. Plus, people in the theater have a tendency to gossip. We'll keep our ears open for things and, of course, pass it on to the Open Lord. As he gets done, the woman that you may or may not know who's dressed in the fabulous black outfit and high heels, and why they're wearing high heels, it just makes absolutely no sense, but they are, because why the fuck not? They go, all right, so the boys will take care of the public side. the tailored smiths will look into the shadows of things and pass any information along.
Thank you.
Vajra goes, well, since the espionage and the public facing are doing things, the Grey Hands will start rebuilding what we can, and perhaps start getting trade from other cities to help repairs and materials that we're going to need. Magic can only take us so far without actual building blocks. As that gets done, as she finishes saying that, the somebody's got TV super loud in the background. The tall, almost white-skinned woman in the white outfit and the bent pointy hat with again, they have completely white eyes. Again, while they're physically here, every time that someone speaks, they're not exactly looking at them, but more like past or through them. Like they see something else. They don't exactly see maybe the physical person, but maybe they see, you don't, I mean, you don't know, but there's they're always, their head's always moving around, and it's wandering. And for the first time, like they actually fix their hat. They go, oh, the hat was bent in this one. That's a little more positive. Interesting. And again, they're super tall and lanky, and they don't talk to anybody in particular. It's just a side comment that because of how this group entered, like people pay attention to, but this individual's not talking to be heard. They're just making a comment. And the uh, the dwarf on the hand puts his hand up into that tube and blocks it again. Pulls the tube out. He goes, well, we're just going to look about the city and see what we can find. I'm sure old Manners here wants to take a look at his tavern, visit old friends, and, well, maybe we'll just get a lay of the land, because it has been a little while. And he puts the thing back in his mouth. You see, like, he takes a big drink, like he's gasping for air. And the mouse-like creature comes up and goes, yeah, we're gonna take a look what the big man here said. Yeah. Right? Manners? That's what we're doing? And the hooded figure, you could see like the head just shake. Yes. Doesn't answer, just nods. And then the open lord, as taking all this in and noting whom is doing what, goes, well then, since the wayward souls seem to be familiar with Skullport, maybe you all should return there to figure out what you can find.
Oh man, we were way outclassed the last time we were down there.
Who was it that mentioned Skullport?
Me.
Yeah.
You are going to
Thanks.
get a serious, not proud papa moment look here. All right. Tegan is definitely giving you a glare.
Feist just kind of cocks their head and looks at you confused. What? It was important information.
It's the definition of fuck around and find out, Feist.
Isn't that what we normally do?
So you want us to go back to Skullport? Is there supplies that you could happen to give to us? Everything was gone.
What supplies would an adventuring group need from a city trying to rebuild itself? We're already
Oh.
helping rebuild the tavern.
I don't know, maybe some health potions so my squishy ass doesn't get stomped by a beholder?
That's actually not a bad idea.
There are shops. You're not poor. Go buy them.
The shop that burned down?
No, the city's not going to give things for you. We are already helping in the reconstruction of the properties you own. Now, if you would like for us to halt that, in
No.
order to give you a couple of potions of healing so your squishy ass doesn't die, then by all means, we definitely can.
You got a real short fuse.
Interesting how, amongst the entire group we've assembled here, none of the other ones begged for potions of healing.
Take a look around. Who's the weakest one in the room?
Apparently, it was our mistake for inviting you. Knight Commander, go ahead and strike the wayward souls off from the future. They aren't strong enough to be in the presence of greats.
Now guess who's getting the fucking staring look? Nah. Right?
Yeah, I'm not even trying to talk our way out of that.
He's
I mean, I was trying to hold my tongue, and I'm the smartass in the group, Adnan. Okay, I'm the smartass.
I'm I'd rather focus on rebuilding the tavern than go to the beholder and get ground into the ground.
Maybe we can have this particular conversation when we're not standing in the middle of the courtroom.
Well, I believe we have said everything that needs said. You all have tasks that you can do or not do. And the older gentleman that was in the armor that carried the book back and forth, like comes out from the side again and just whispers something into her and excuse me. She goes, "Well, the session has ended. Good day." She turns and follows him back out. From behind you, the double doors open as a tiny halfling, still sweating, goes, "Ha! Well, that was something. Whew. Wayward souls. I'll guide you back out of here without you know, getting lost or judged. That tall lady, she's kind of weird.
Are
I
you
have in
okay?
my
If you'll follow me, please."
I have in my notes Adnan mouths off and gets us kicked out of the badass club.
Yep, that's a good note. That's a good note.
Could you put a note in there that Tegan kept his mouth shut?
You know, I just had Tegan's hairy eyeball, but I'll add that too.
And I'm proud of you, Tegan.
I'm
I mean,
just
I'm proud
shocked
of
that
me too, because I had words. I had words.
usually it's not Adnan getting you guys in trouble.
It is in the record. Tegan is not the one that fucked up.
Ah!
In my notes.
I just
Hang on,
wanna-
it's still early. Don't count him out just
Okay,
yet.
I'm sorry. Tegan is not the one that fucked up yet.
yet.
There you go.
I'm making T-shirts.
Uh,
Gonna be a picture
On
of
the-
me with the mushroom cloud in the back, and it says, "It wasn't me."
Just it says
Yet.
it wasn't me, and then the back is just ... yet.
That's a good shirt.
Uh, are you okay? Feist is looking at the little halfling that may or may not have gotten like secondhand intoxicated.
Ah, I mean, when that guy opened that barrel, whew, oh man, that really hits you. Whew.
Was
Yeah,
my
let's.
understanding halflings were good at that sort of thing.
Uh, well, apparently not that good.
Well,
Depends on the halfling.
just point at Portia.
What?
Thank you
That's
for
not a
your
that's not a halfling.
I am a halfling, and I speak to him in halfling.
He goes, and in halfling, he responds, "How'd you get so big?"
In halfling, I put, it's a secret.
Oh, Feist doesn't speak halfling. Sad. They speak so many things
His
but
little
not
like
halfling.
taking. I assume you guys are following. Nobody's staying behind, right?
No.
Because he's
Not
gonna
after
stop and wait for everybody. Like if like he's your guide, so he's not leaving anybody behind, even if he's having a conversation. So.
Oh no, we're going.
Once the last of you are through, like he pulls those
Just
double
kind of
doors
like
shut.
do one of those to everybody in the room as we walk out.
He starts walking. He goes, you know, I heard some stories about you guys, the Wayward Souls, and man, I can't believe you guys didn't get in a fight with anyone. That's kind of amazing.
Actually,
You guys really grew up.
right?
Whoa, the day's still young, fella.
Well, we kind of got in a fight. It just. Well,
Did you
actually,
win?
Well, no, we do actually no, and we just walked away from it. So you're right. We have grown.
Yeah.
Thank
See?
you for noticing.
Yo,
So you didn't
yeah.
hear any good stories about us? Just the stories of us always fighting?
Wait, there's good ones?
Those aren't the good ones?
Actually, I retract that statement. Yeah, those are the good ones.
Like what? I need an example now.
An
I don't know what
example?
that is.
Okay, like
What
how
stories are
about
circulating?
the one time you guys went to a competitor's bar, right? And then got kicked out by the bartender there, and then months later hired the guy anyway to work for you guys. Like,
Yeah,
wow.
Well, that was before me.
we did do that. That's the stories that are going around?
I mean, explosions happen around your tavern all the time. There was one that took out a floor, then there was the big fireball outside, and then one of yous went crazy and started killing people.
I didn't start killing people.
Oh, I mean, that's not what the stories say. You definitely killed like 40 people that day.
These are like a little less recent than I was hoping.
I
No,
can
yeah,
assure
this
you
is
I
all
did not
old.
kill 40 people that day.
Oh,
I
it
mean,
wasn't
as far as
40
like
people, it was
recent, you guys
73 people. She killed
73
73
people?
people. And 6 horses. You should have been there. It was a bloodbath.
the way I heard it, she had a war pick in each hand and a knife in her teeth, and she was like spinning around and cutting and stabbing and slaughtering.
She did the whole thing in her knickers too. She was wearing nothing but her sleep dress. You should have seen it. I was there.
And these weird eldritch horror arms came out of her back, and then she was like eating people.
Okay, this has gone a little
In the
too far.
world happened to you?
This sounds like
That
a
is
different
not what
story.
happened.
Do
I
tell.
told you what happened.
Yeah, remember the war picks that we gave away?
Yeah.
War
That's
pick. I
the,
still
that's
have
the
one.
story he's telling right now.
You killed 73 people and horses and
Oh.
you're mad at me?
Feist, I did not kill anybody for the last time. You're gonna believe this short halfling over me? Said it. Tegan's a liar and likes drama. Have you not figured that out yet? He goes and pisses on guards for fun.
You know, I'm beginning to actually believe these stories. I cannot believe you just called me a short halfling. I am normal sized.
How insensitive of you, Portia.
Very insensitive.
It's okay, fella. You walk up here in the front with me. I'll tell you all about the stories.
I want to hear them.
Oh, I'm definitely going side by side with the halfling and Tegan.
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
As we fill his ear with all sorts of stories, I'm going to slide him a gold piece and tell him just keep them alive. Keep those stories alive.
Fuck
These
all
the
of you.
stories we want alive. Oh,
We're
He
not
go
going to be.
he
Listen,
takes that gold, he puts it into his top upper chest pocket, and he goes, "Don't you worry. Whatever Tegan here shares with me, I will make sure get around town." And he just eyes like super big, and he's just waiting, big smile on his face now, waiting
Make sure-
anxiously at you, Tegan.
make sure Tegan tells you about the dead man that we found down in the dungeon. Oh, and his army of bugbears.
Oh, yes. I must tell you about Portia's army of bugbears.
No, you
This
have
is
to.
I
how
am
vicious
so-
of a fighter she is. She convinced the bugbears to fight for her as her army with just a look. Don't make
I
eye
just
contact.
kind of
whatever
like
happens.
Now
step
this sounds
back
better.
and fall back to where like I don't want any part of this, and I'm just kind of shaking my head as we
I just
continue.
hope that he, when I'm feeding him this, he looks around and you got that mean mug face on because
Oh,
it's
I
gonna
totally
really,
have that mean
it's gonna
face.
drive it home.
He's actually, as soon as you say like the looks that could summon like that convince the bugbears, he does look back and see the scowl that she has as she's just walking slower and slower, and he instinctively like grabs onto your robes and goes, "I know what you mean." Looks back
that
over his
look
shoulder
right
again.
there.
The dragon
Oh
off.
my gosh.
There was this big green dragon, and Portia scared him off with a wee look. And then she stole all his gold. Didn't share it with any of us.
That look was the last look those bugbears saw when they didn't perform well enough in the fight.
That's true. Very true.
He reaches into an inside pocket on his vest, and he pulls out just a small book, and it's got just a tiny piece of charcoal on it, and he's taking notes. He's actively
forget-
writing things down now.
Don't
Oh,
forget the
Legend of
boulette,
Portia
Tegan.
the Destroyer starts today.
Don't forget the boulette, Tegan, and all those
Be
statues.
glad that I don't have
Ooh.
Henry to eat you anymore.
Right? She had a
Ooh.
lion
I
that.
almost forgot to tell you
Oh,
about the witch's
She
green.
threatened to have you
hair.
eaten by some lion thing?
She thought she had this green, like spectral tiger lion thing, and she would use him as a threat.
good.
Anytime we wouldn't do what Portia wanted, she'd threaten to feed us to her lion. And she called him some weird name like Harry or Tom or something like that.
We're gonna have Saint Gearheart on one hand
Wow.
and Demon Portia on the other.
So like
Wayward
you
souls indeed.
so you guys are like afraid of her, but also afraid to leave her anywhere because she's gonna murder you in your sleep.
Oh no, this is our task. This is what you don't know. The real task of the Wayward Souls. It's to contain Portia and her powers.
Mm-hmm.
Heroes, all of you. He's writing notes. How far back do you go, Portia?
20 feet?
Forever.
So the group up here, you're about 20 feet back.
Yeah.
All right.
I figure if I go any
Um,
further back, he'll have a conniption fit. So I stay about 20 feet back.
That's fair. In that case, Portia, go ahead and give me a perception check, please. That's hilarious that Feist also joined in on the fun.
They were confused and then they got it and then they got on board. Ooh, nice.
That makes me way too happy.
I imagine Gerhard and Remy are just like, what in the fuck?
Yeah. I'm gonna behave to the back of our group, kind of like glancing at Portia to make sure nothing happens, because now I'm confused because, like I said, I've only known these people a few days. Like, is this really the truth?
Okay. Well, if you are glancing back, please also give me a perception check.
I want to make sure Portia's, alive and well and, things.
He doesn't kill you.
I mean, valid
A
option.
20
Spectral
from a 10?
hands.
Wow.
Do, do, do. Let's see. 2 of you have I fixed. Remy's done. Did I not? Does Carehart not have a? Nope. Man, all of you I need to fix. So Portia, you hear those double doors closing, and like you obviously you know when your guide here closed them. So this is obviously another set of people is just coming behind you guys. But Remy, because you are actively looking back to make sure Portia is still with you all, you see the hands of grace are the ones who just closed that had that door closed, and they're behind you guys, maybe about 80 feet. But you see them.
I'm gonna express to the little guide how he can appease the evil spirits inside Portia.
Oh no.
He
And I'm going to explain to him that the way we can contain Portia is that we appease her by throwing buckets of water at her every once in a while. And
I
that
swear to God,
when you
Tegan, if
see
you
her in the
throw
wild,
water at
if
me and
you
I
see
just
her
stop.
walking about, let everyone know that's how they can appease the demon rage that is Portia, and they won't get slayed like the 75 people and 18 horses.
I'm gonna need you to give me a deception check. Oh my god. I am sure that this guy is 100% going to believe you.
Skill set.
Oh man, look
Oh
how
my
close that
gosh.
was.
That's so good. I was gonna have to take it to the next step if it didn't work.
I can't wait till we're walking through the damn town and somebody douses a bucket of water.
She's gonna kill somebody for real.
He like writes that down, underlines it, circles it, put a star by it, and he goes, "Don't you worry, Tegan. Old Samuel, he's on the job."
Oh,
Samuel, is that your name? Samuel?
Yeah, he introduced himself, last game. Samuel.
Oh.
He
Well-
enunciates the U. It's not Samuel. It's Samuel.
Well, Samuel, once we get the tavern back open and serving, come on by for a meal on us, and we'll give you some more stories.
You guys got buckets on hand, right? Or do I need to bring
we've
my
got-
own bucket to
Really,
appease the demons?
any liquid works. Beer, water.
Well,
No, no.
why would you abuse beer by just throwing it at people?
Well, sometimes
sometimes
it's
the demon inside of her, we have to quench its thirst.
This is like stale beer, though, right? Like not like good stuff.
Oh, yes, absolute. It's water piss. It's bad beer.
Oh, okay.
just remember
Whew.
just the liquid, not the bucket or the container.
Yeah, you must hang on to the bucket at all times.
Right,
That's
you
the
got to
thing.
splash it with the liquid. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
So, are there any runes or things I need to inscribe at the inside of our buckets, so they have more holy power or whatever?
No, just yell out, "Witch be gone!"
Witch. I thought it was a demon. Now it's a witch.
Well,
Demon,
both.
witch, they're kind of the same. They're of the same
She's
category.
possessed
that's
by
kind of-
two things.
And
Oh.
now
Now,
that's
guys, that's crazy.
Well,
Y'all
there's
better
been more than
lock-
two at
You've heard
times.
of the 2 war picks, right?
Yeah.
There was the red one and the other one.
I mean, I heard stories about the red one.
Well,
Terrible, terrifying stories. The
They-
Court Knights still talk about how she exploded the whole center chamber in a copper thing, just because. Just because.
Speaking of the Court Knights, did you hear about their angel who's come?
Oh no.
No, I haven't. He turns his page. I have not heard about
He's
an
gonna
angel who
start
has come.
sliding back towards
let
Portia.
us tell you of the angel of court.
Oh no. Oh, no. No.
So it started with this random trash can hurling through the sky.
I want a children's book of Wayward Soul stories as written by Tegan.
Illustrated that as
You
well.
imagine,
Angel of the
right?
Lord.
Imagine you have a trash can, and all you hear is flies by you, and inside when it crashes and it explodes, there's this creature, there's this being, this being of power that landed in the Cord Temple, and well, Adnan can tell it better than I can because I have no idea where the fuck I'm going with this.
Oh my god.
I think Adnan's just doing the best he can to keep a straight face at this point.
Oh, as you guys are having, still talking about this and going. Portia, you said you stopped. Like, how long did you stop for?
I gave him probably another 20 feet.
Okay.
And then I shook my head and kept going.
All right.
I'm gonna hang back and join her then too at that point.
Because I'm trying not to stab Tegan and Adnan in the backs. So, like,
Yeah, you
I
wouldn't
could
want
trip
to feed
them for
into
you
that.
if you want, Portia.
Don't feed into the stories now.
Yeah, that would just perpetuate it.
my
I should
scowl
look at the
goes
wall.
deeper.
Ugh.
No, don't push them in the wall. I know what they're doing. It just pisses me off.
The legend of
I can
Portia
tell.
as the Wicked Witch of the West has begun.
Oh
The
man,
Wicked Witch of
that's
Waterdeep.
Oh,
that's
better.
hilarious. Uh, well, it does not take long, Portia, before you realize that the Hands of Grace are behind you because they walk much faster than your little guide with his teeny tiny legs walks. So you all are walking as fast as Samuel can walk. But Portia, you notice them now. Like you heard the door close, but that wasn't really a priority for you. But now that you're like you took a step, you're like looking over to Remy, and then it's at that moment that you're able to see them, and they are just. Well, I mean, the dwarf is sitting on the big blue hand, and another big blue hand is carrying his big barrel of magic. But the others they're making their way. Just they are closer than what they were. It's
Now,
go ahead.
behind me, I was like, hey, I actually might need a drink before we get out of here.
You see that dwarf like plug that thing, big grin on his face. He goes, "Ha ha ha!
Uh-oh.
Are you ready now then?"
No, I still gotta walk out of here. They're demonizing me up front there, so.
I mean, there's space on a hand here for if you do end up passing out.
Where are you guys going?
Well, I mean, I just float here. I'm not in control of the hands, but wherever Manners is taking us. As
They
he
look at me and I.
he puts the
Where
tube
you-
back again, almost like he's trying to breathe. Takes a big draught out of that before plugging it.
I might have to actually wait on that because I know what they're doing and I'm supposed to be looking mean. I don't think that look will look very good if I get drunk and sit on the hand.
I think it might add to the stories, actually. Feist what?
Feister not there.
I said I turned around when they started talking about. So would I have
The
just
angel
been
of
in
Cord.
between? Because once Cord came up, Feist
I
was like,
mean-
nah, not my turn.
Okay, I did not remember that, so never mind. Okay, that's fine. He just laughs. The dwarf just laughs and puts the thing back in. As again, the hand just boop, 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 boop. One hand holding him, one hand holding the barrel. Boop, 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 boop. It's a little spaceship. Boop, 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 boop.
So that's nifty. How'd you do that? I don't have my lion anymore.
The mouse comes over back onto his shoulder and goes, "Ah, that would be me, sweetheart. I'm the one who makes the hands move."
You. Okay.
You doing that, mage? Is that mage hand or multiple castings?
Yes, actually. It's a enhanced version of Mage Hand. Yes, good eye.
That's incredible.
As he says that, like he leaps and a tiny hand appears under him and he boop, and he just walks and the hand is there and the hand is there and the
Wow.
hand is there and the hand is there.
That's amazing. I'm Remy.
Hello, Remy. How are you today?
Well, it's been a weird day.
You're
Sorry.
you're a denizen from below. You smell like rocks.
Yeah, probably do.
Better than fire.
What's wrong with smelling like fire? It's fine.
Well,
Listen, it's better than smelling like swamp ass or stale beer. As the dwarf goes, no stale beer. What?
if that's frivolity and that's Remy, I'm Feist. What do you like to be addressed as?
That's a mystery for you to figure out.
Mystery. Okay.
Really?
Hi, Leaf.
As soon as you say that, you hear boom as the hands that were holding the dwarf and the barrel disappear, the barrel crashing and cracking. As one of the hands wraps around you, one of the big beast hand, larger hands wraps around you, and the other one's wraps around Manners. And the mouse goes, "Okay, I'm gonna need you to be very, very clear. How the hell do you know that name? Cause
Hey,
yeah,
let them
Manners.
go.
Relax. It's okay.
If I
He's just
do that,
protecting a
she's
pack.
probably gonna die."
He's just protecting Pack, Portia. It's okay.
What do you mean if you do that, that Feist is going to die? Or that.
One of the hands goes boop and covers your mouth. "Okay, you, Feist, right? I'ma really need you to talk now, okay?" And as he says that, you see other hands coming from behind him, and they keep pulling more and more and more weapons around until what he does is he goes, "Okay, now here's how this is gonna go. You there, the one who got pissed off at me earlier, you're gonna want to be very, very still." As these two, what look like rapiers, his size, neat points in the middle of inside each of Portia's ears, and he goes, "Now I have a very interesting ability. If I let those go, they grow to normal size. So Feist, I'm gonna really need you to be super clear and precise here. How do you know that name?"
I think if you'd have given me 2 seconds to answer, you would have known without the dramatics.
Yeah,
We are part
maybe.
of the tavern that Leaf is a part of. That is how I know the name.
Yeah,
He
that's
is
not
part of Pack.
possible. See, Leaf's dead.
No, because Portia helped bring him back to life.
Wait. Leaf's alive?
Now I'm wondering whether or not you're the trustworthy one or not.
No, see, Leaf died hundreds of years ago. He's gone.
I've never known him dead. He's like an elf.
So,
Runs
tell
the
you what,
tavern.
if you want to chat about stories, how about you come back to the tavern with us and you behave politely and let my friend go?
Manners, you gonna be all kinds of mannerful so we can get to the bottom of this? And you just see the person is being called Manners just nods their head. He goes, and the mouse goes, "Okay then," and the swords are gone. The little hand is gone. The big hands go back to pick up the dwarf and the now leaking ale. I need everybody, by the way, to make a Constitution saving throw
Oh no.
against poison effects, and/or if you're a raging drunkard, you have advantage.
Checking something. Nope, wrong character.
Ooh.
Good job, Adnan. Good job, Tegan. There you go, Gerhardt. There you go, Feist.
That's about as good as it's gonna get
Wow, I
right
was about
there.
to say, sir.
Oh, mine doesn't. I don't have anything else. Never mind.
Okay.
It's not magic,
See
is
all.
it?
Portia and Remiona, both of you pass out to sleep due to alcohol intoxication.
Yeah, because it's not counted as magic, is it?
It's not. Nope. It is the
Darn.
sheer amount of alcohol content that this dwarf constantly consumes.
Ugh.
Tegan, please no above table. Tegan, please no spells. Last time I got put to sleep, it killed me.
Oh, this
This is gonna be great. This is gonna be great. Is Samuel? Does he see this happen?
Oh,
Oh shit! I gotta roll for him. Hang on. Probably not.
Probably
He didn't survive it the first time. I don't think he's gonna survive it this time. Nope. He on the ground.
oh dear.
Yep.
Well, shit.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping I could get Samuel to throw a bucket of water on her.
Obviously, ale.
That's
Obviously, mead
hilarious.
works. Can somebody get Portia? I think I can get Remy.
I'll get Portia.
Oh dear.
I'm looking at Tegan like, you're gonna pick up Portia?
Oh, yeah, I can pick Portia.
Oh yeah. I'll fucking pick up Samuel then.
Skill sets.
Skill
And if I can't pick her up, I'll just grab a foot and drag.
More dramatics involved here than I anticipated.
That's all right.
Facts.
It would have been much more fun had you said that name while still being surrounded by all the others, because they would have then had your guys' back. I need to see something. Nope, 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 no. Cool. None of my people have mending, and I think none of you guys have mending as well.
I used to. I think I switched it out. No, I switched it out to spare the dying because of this group of motherfuckers. Yeah.
Well, that sucks. Okay. Well, since this is maybe my bad, if you guys just, since we're apparently all going following yous, want to put the sleepy ones just on top of the barrel, we'll just let's go.
Okay. I'm gonna scoop Remy and put her up there.
As you're like doing so, a couple 3 mage hands come just to help.
I am tossing Portia like a sack of potatoes on top of that barrel.
Just
Straight
sack of
Tegan
potatoes. Okay. Well, I'm gonna need you to give me a strength ability check. Because Portia's got some armor. Excuse me. Boom. Fucking Tegan yeet. Whoop. Without issue. Plop.
Wow,
I
the
am
dice
visibly
really.
impressed.
The dice like
The
Tegan.
dice are just saying yes to Deacon today.
The dice like
Apparently so.
shenanigans.
Oh.
The dice are definitely here for Tegan, that's for sure.
Until Tegan has to make, death saving throws or attacks or anything that requires me not to die.
We're gonna ride this high while we've got it, okay? We're just gonna ride the high. If just
Yeah.
the two of them. that fell asleep? What do we
And
do with
Samuel.
Samuel?
Samuel
He'll
is
be
also
fine.
fallen
He
asleep.
works here.
We can't leave him on the floor.
I've got him in,
We
got
can't
him
take
over
him.
my shoulder.
We can't take him with. Okay, can I find like an attendant that's not passed out that we can hand him off to, like someone that works there?
So you guys can see the doors that he was taking you to, which is going to lead you outside. You can probably find some guards at that point.
Okay.
Were you gonna hand him over to the? Like, they're gonna
Somebody
think
who's
he's
worked
The
here.
dwarf plugs the tube again and goes, well, as interesting as all of this is, friends, the barrel's leaking, which means the alcohol is leaking, which means it's going to spread. We need to
Oh, no.
move and fast, just because eventually all of you will, well, except for maybe that one, will potentially fall asleep as well. As he
I mean,
puts the thing back in.
can't you drink it faster?
Is there? Okay. As we're going, can
Yeah.
I look for just like wood or things like that? Because I've got my tinker's tools with me now. To see if like I can just start like doing like a patch job.
How are you going to do a patch job with random wood from the castle of
Not from the cat.
Waterdeep?
As we're out. I was assuming as we're
So
out.
once you've left the castle grounds.
Yeah, because I'm
Okay.
assuming there's gonna be bullshit everywhere in the city. So just gonna start grabbing like anything that I can find
So
that might
getting
be.
well, let's get there. So getting through the
Okay.
double doors, asking a guard to take care of Samuel, pointing the fact that the barrel broke as the smell just comes out. um, the dwarf just kind of goes shrugs and smiles and thumbs up as the hands are just moving.
Position those hands.
Yeah, can't you take a hand and do the finger in the dike trick?
So the barrel itself is, because of where it fell, is cracked. So it's not just a hand, like it's a whole section that's leaking. It's pretty bad.
Where would we find?
You really need some tar or something.
Now I'm annoyed that I got rid of that mending spell.
Is it cracked only on like the bottom where it hit?
On the bottom corner, then up the side, like one of the banding, like not the banding, but one of the joints of the wood kind of separated or broke or cracked or something. There's some physical damage there.
Okay, well, can we just rotate the barrel so that the damage is up top so it stops leaking?
So the hose is on the top. So if you rotate, you're still gonna have a hole somewhere.
Oh, well,
But the hose is a singular contained point. Maybe we can just like stick something in there.
And then I won't be drinking, and that would be bad.
What if we put your hose through the top?
It is in the top,
The new top.
which would be the bottom.
The old bottom.
Then you'd still have a hole on the bottom.
But we're gonna try and plug that one since it's a singular contained hole as opposed to a larger crack.
Or we could walk to the
am.
tavern and by
This
the
is
time
way
we-
too much thinking. Listen, you seem like you're good with your claws. If you can fix it, whatever.
Oh yeah. Okay. So now I'm also looking for anything I could potentially use
As
to
he
make a
says that, the really tall witch character goes, "Oh, is this the one where the barrel broke? If it is, keep in mind it's extremely flammable."
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
As it's just a line of flammable liquid that is from the inside hallway of the castle palace, now following you guys outside.
I'm gonna turn around and run to the guards and warn them about that.
Okay. They
Sorry, village, it's flammable. You might want to fix it. Okay, bye.
I'm gonna cast create or destroy water,
okay.
and I'm going to essentially dispel this, or sorry, like pour this water close to the stream that's coming out of the barrel to try and dilute it a bit.
Give me a spellcasting ability check. So whatever your spellcasting ability is, click that. Click the ability check. It's like for you, it's
Yeah.
wisdom.
It's wisdom, yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
I didn't know we had 2 tinkerers in the group.
God damn it.
Apparently not.
Nope, just one apparently.
So, so you control the water, and you got it guided, and you're like, man, this isn't doing anything. I mean, it's pushing it around a little bit, but doesn't really seem to be diluting in any way, shape, or form. And as you're doing this, like you're realizing that the stream of the water streams you have, you are actively watching it change color to that of the ale that is spilling as it's coming up and up and up closer to your hands. Do you continue maintaining the spell, or do you drop it?
I drop it.
Okay. The
Maybe if we're, are we
divinity
out?
of the ale is stronger than your spell. You guys are outside, yeah.
Okay.
And you got
so
that
we're
weird
in, like,
zigzag.
streets of Waterdeep.
Well, you got the
Okay,
zigzag
we're
that
at
you're
the
going
zigzag.
down. Yeah.
We're at the zigzag. Okay. There's no random shit up here either.
No.
Is this like stone? What are we looking at?
You're on the stone
Dirt?
You're on the
Damn
stone
it.
path, the zigzag stone path that I thought were ramparts, and it's totally not.
Who's got a spare shirt? Maybe we can shove it in the crack. Slow it
Got-
down.
We've got a candle.
That is the opposite of useful right now, Adnan.
So
Can't you just shove
how
the
about
candle in there?
we flip the barrel, pull the hose, put it
The
in the top
candle!
crack, and I will give you a cork from one of my flasks to plug the hole where the hole was.
Yeah. That's. Let's do that. Yeah. And I like we can
At
use the
least-
candle,
Stop spilling the beer, please.
and then we can use the candle wax, Adnan. I was too hasty to try and seal it in. That's a good idea.
I'm kind of full of the good ideas today.
No, you're not. But this one is.
How are we going to melt the candle wax?
We're gonna not use flame, and we're just going to try and like use a little friction to try and get this a little warmer. Okay?
Now, I'm not Bill Nye the Science Guy, but I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
give it to me.
friction equals heat, which equals boom
Oh,
boom.
that much heat, you'd need fire. That much heat, no, my hands cannot turn things into well, they can, but that level of friction does not make fire.
Yes, Portia, you and Rivy are on the barrel that we're about to just flip randomly in different directions, tossing
So
you off
were
the side,
soaked
where you
with
fall
solid liquid.
unconscious down
No.
these steeps here to your death. Don't worry,
No.
it's all good.
No, rat person's gonna help us fix this. He's gonna hold them. Okay.
Is it a group of elite adventurers can't plug a hole in a barrel?
We're not elite adventurers. You made that very clear.
No, not us. Not us. The people that are with us. I'm
Retired
confused.
elite adventurers.
Yeah. What did
The
How does
dwarf
this
takes the thing
happen?
out and goes, oh, wait a minute. We're not elite adventurers.
sure sounded like it back in the room there in the
listen,
Crystal Palace?
that woman who had the corn cob up her ass, right? I think she was talking about the others. Definitely not us.
Well, that's
Uh,
fucking great to know. Hey,
and
let's go.
yeah, I can't fix things. I can help you get to sleep, help you have a great time. But fix a broken barrel I cannot. And I mean,
Can you kill anything?
That's not important.
yes.
Can we stop this
Do you
leaking?
need something to die? Because
I do, yes. I do.
excellent.
Yeah. Can Can we talk about this later? Can we fix the barrel before the entire thing goes on up in flames, please?
If
Please
Sir
don't
Chugs-a-Lot
destroy
drinks
it.
quicker, we'll be okay.
Okay, so fine. What do you want to do to my barrel?
Okay, let's
Flip it, stick it.
I was about to say, wait, let's get your cork and the wax. Let me melt the wax a little bit. And then let's have you we need Remy and Portia off so they don't get hurt. Can you flip it with your magic hands? And then we'll stop the bottom really quick, and then we can thread your straw up through the top.
Make sure you lick it before you.
Lick what?
Yep.
What do you lick?
The sticking device.
The cork.
Oh,
Gotta lick it before you stick it.
oh, my understanding was spit didn't make great lube, but all right, sure.
So you want to take the hose out, twist the barrel
Cork.
upside down, then cork it?
I think order of operations. Let's move our friends. Leave it exactly as is, cork it, then flip it.
Can you do that with your strange hand things? Yeah, I think I understand what you are doing. We gotta take our two girly friends off and we'll plug it. We'll flip it. Yeah, it's fine. We totally got this. It's fine. As a couple
Don't
of the
put them in the
smaller.
liquid.
Wait, you want me to put them in the? You want to kill them?
No,
I'm
don't
very
put
confused.
them. Don't put them in the liquid. Don't get them in the booze. Put them somewhere dry.
Yo, okay. Four smaller mage hands appear. All of them are needed to lift Portia because the mage hands do have a weight limit to what they can, but it's more powerful than normal mage hand. Mage hand Magus fighter subclass, super fucking cool. Take
I
the
just
four
try
of the
not to
hands,
get distracted by how cool
pick
that
them
is.
up, picks up Portia, flips Portia so their back is down. Actually, gingerly sets Portia down. Before the four hands grab Remy, and again back down, not face down, sets them down. Right. Okay. So, you just gotta do the plugin, right? Feist.
Yeah. Can I have the cork and the wax, please?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here.
I'm gonna take the cork and the candle, and is it gonna melt if I can just kind of start working it in my palms? Can I get the wax to melt?
Yes.
Okay. So then I will remove the straw.
So
And
you
then-
you take the straw and you're whoosh, 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 and you're like, Jesus Christmas. It's just more and more and more and more and more, and then finally,
I'm tempted to like bite it, but then I don't. And then as soon as it's out, I'm gonna shove I'm gonna shove the cork in and then seal it as best as I can with the wax on top of it.
okay, give me a tinkering tools check with intelligence as the modifier. Boom. You got it?
Okay. Did I use all of the wax from the can? I don't think it's that
No.
much.
No.
Okay, so is there okay, when we're ready, I'll keep the wax that I've got left. Okay, ready to flip?
You gonna get down first, or you just gonna stay up there when we flip it?
Oh, I'm down. I thought this was upside down. Yeah, okay, flip.
And the hand, which was holding like this, just begins to rotate till it's on its side, and then rotate till it's holding it upside down.
Okay. Is it like a long crack? Is there a hole?
So on the bottom of the barrel at the corner, it is broken. There's a inch long crack that is on the underside, and then along the side is as an 8-inch long crack. So total is about 10 inches.
Okay. I imagine I probably only have enough wax left for that 8-inch. Sorry, for the 1-inch hole. Do I have enough to make any dent on the 8-inch? Because I got a candle probably.
Do you
I
need
mean,
another candle?
Yeah.
Here's another candle.
Thank you. I will
easy enough.
start smearing those
Yep.
on there, and then I'm gonna try and shove the straw in like a little spot, and then put the wax around it. Does that work?
So you're gonna have to make a hole for the straw to
Oh
go
no.
into.
I'm gonna just kind of stick it on there and then just smooth the wax on top and pretend I did it.
Okay. He
Okay.
goes to. I don't think you.
I think I need more tools. So we better get back to the tavern so we can get you more alcohol. Yeah. We better go.
Um. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not walking, so you heard the feist thing. Let's go to the where there's alcohol. Wait a minute. Did your guys' tavern burn down too? How is there alcohol there?
Don't
You
forget Portia and Remy, please.
I am terrible with names. Bear to drinking friend.
Yes.
I'm gonna need one of your flasks.
Oh, like
Oh.
the whole thing.
Boy, he just
I'm
jumped right there, didn't
gonna
he?
need one of your flasks. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Look, this is how you make friends, Tegan. You share.
Right.
Don't
Give him one with coffee.
Absolutely not do that to him. Are you mad?
That would be insulting, Adnan.
Very.
So, I'm trying to find which one has the bourbon whiskey, but I don't. I think I drank that one. I did drink that one.
Oh
What about-
no.
What about the one with the
Fuck.
watered down ale?
Well, that
You-
one's
He
for
will
Portia.
spit in your face.
You
You will
you
die.
give
have
him the
one with
black
bourbon. You do have one with bourbon, but it's the
That's a
one that
special.
Leaf gave you, right? It's a special one.
I'm gonna give him the black flask.
Which you already gave him, so it no longer has the elven death mead in it.
Oh, you told me it filled back up when he gave it back to me.
He definitely filled it back up, but you never tasted to see what it was. I'm
Oh,
just
well.
letting you know it's not elven death mead anymore.
Oh well.
You can give him the black flask. That's fine. Just
He's
saying.
getting the black flask
Okay.
because I don't know that it doesn't have death meat in it.
Fair enough. He's gonna take it, uncork it, drink the entire thing. Goes, and he again just waves his hand over it, and he drinks the whole thing again. And he's just continuously doing this while the hands are moving.
Jesus, man.
I must learn this trick. I must learn how this happens.
It's a brilliant idea to have candles, Adnan. I need to add this to my normal toolkit. I'll get you some more candles when I do.
I still have 3 left. It's okay.
I'm just watching him in awe, like you
Tegan's
know.
got a little bit of a crush.
I'm like the 13-year-old girl at a Taylor Swift concert right now in the front row.
Are you crying?
I might be.
Well, as you guys are walking through the city at this point, with the barrel no longer leaking highly flammable liquid. Listen, if you guys hear a boom soon, you know it probably may or may not have been the palace. We'll see how that goes.
Is that me?
Are you guys going straight to Troll Skull?
Yes, our friend is dramatic.
Okay. As you guys get about as you guys put Remy and Portia back on the barrel. Yes, okay. So as you guys get about halfway there, Remy and Portia, due to the amazing fresh city air, you are conscious again.
Oh,
You do
I
both have a
haven't.
headache.
That was worse than when I first met this group in the bottom of the Quinn's basement when I had accidentally mixed healing potions and whiskey together.
that doesn't sound like a good mixture.
It
Yeah.
wasn't.
Welcome to the world of drinking, Remy.
I hate you all.
I didn't even drink nothing.
It wasn't our fault. It was the elite adventurer up there.
I just stay on the barrel. I don't even. If my head hurt, I imagine my head hurts
Yeah, I'm
really
just gonna sit
bad.
next to Portia.
Let's be
Mm.
for real. There's no way in hell Portia was getting off that barrel if she rode Silas all around this city.
Does Samuel wake up?
You guys
We
left
left him.
Samuel with the guards.
Oh, fuck.
You
I'm
left
not
him with the guards. 'Cause
kidnapping a halfling.
Fucker's gonna be looking for a
I mean,
job tomorrow.
that's only half napping.
Oh,
Ha ha ha.
Here's your passed out coworker.
He-
Gives a
What?
hoot.
I'm
Thanks.
sure that's. I'm sure that's gonna
What
be
did
fine.
What did we miss? Are we almost home yet?
You missed
Almost.
Feist plugging a hole in
As
the barrel.
as you say that, you realize you're riding on a barrel.
watch out for the wax. Don't dislodge it.
Don't dislodge
Well, the
the
wax is technically on the bottom. You guys
Well,
are
I
okay.
put it on the top too. That's why I
Noted.
needed that second candle.
Can we not? That was a little. That was. Do not touch the wax.
Yeah, don't touch the wax.
Wait. Okay.
Just be
Eh,
on the lookout for some really greasy food and some bread. You come right around.
Oh, bone soup. Oh.
Bone soup's not gonna do the trick on this one.
Nope.
Oh.
As you guys make your way through town and you get to Troll Skull Alley, as you guys pass or get to the Bookworm's Treasure, hashtag Tegan's Bookstore, the hands of grace stop and they look at it. Wow, so
Why did-
this even this thing still here after 100 years. Huh.
Yeah, we.
I guess that makes sense. He only recently died.
Oh.
This
You
is
fellas
Tegan's
knew
place.
Rochelle.
Yeah, you know who he turned it over to before all that happened, right?
Yes, we know Rochelle. Yeah. Patience.
Patience. Well, yeah, he had patience. I mean, he put up with us.
He did.
And no, Adnan, we don't know. I mean, he's had quite a few apprentices. I imagine he gave it to one of them.
Tegan. Tegan up here is the one who has been entrusted with it.
As you say that, the one called Manners looks over to Tegan. And as he just... So you're the one Patience gave the tower to?
Yes, unfortunately, in the Inferno and the fire, the tower's connection to the bookstore has been severed. And the tower is not here. I have not had a chance to even look into finding where the tower is now.
Tell me, do you have the golden book?
I do, as I show him on my little necklace.
As he sees that, you can see him turn their head to the witch. And for the first time, you see the witch's eyes change from white to a golden color. As they make like the eyes like look down and look at you, Tegan, like, again, any other time she's looked around, you've never really felt like they were looking at any particular thing. But in this moment, and then she goes, "Oh." And as she is just staring, she is like patting around before she finds the satchel that is also white at the side of her. And she reaches into her satchel and she pulls out it looks like a some sort of small rounded gold object. And she picks it and she pulls it out. She seems to do something with her really long fingers about this thing. And then she hands it down to Manners. Manners takes it. And he turns and twists this thing. And then he pulls it apart. And you see that as it gets pulled apart, the top and bottom pieces are gold, but there is like a dark bronze and copper like energy between the two that make it the shape of an hourglass. And as he holds these two pieces, he goes, "If you would be so kind as just to put the book in the center, we can fix that for you."
I'm getting the book back, right?
That would be up to your master.
Oh, Michelle, yeah. And I'll just pluck it off and hold it and take a wee gander at the bookstore and place it into the thing.
So as you put the book inside, and it kind of gravitates towards the center of the hourglass, and then the one known as Manners lets go, and you watch as the hourglass goes from here, and you guys actually feel time slowing down as it turns. When it hits sideways, everybody except for Adnan and Tegan, who are both touched by time, you are aware that the world itself seems to have stopped. You're in the in-between seconds where nothing seems to exist but everything does. For Adnan and Tegan, you're seeing so many versions of everything around you, as though moments of where possibilities are intertwined, and that thing now like this continues to turn to go in reverse, and that book opens and becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. Tegan, if you recall the first time you saw it, it's a massive tome.
A huge book, yeah.
As that book becomes its normal size, pages are flipping, and all the while this is happening, you guys are aware. You can't react to anything, but you're aware that it looks like nuggets of energy are reversing from the top of the hourglass, or the bottom of the hourglass up, as though time is reversing. And it goes to a certain point as the book flips before the book closes, and the hourglass turns back again to its normal position. The rest of you are yourself again, like you were aware of all of this, but now you're able to breathe, and for Adnan and Tegan, the different versions of possibility all snap back into place as a young golden dragonborn holds on to the book, and he goes, "Well, this is unexpected. Why'd you pull me into the future? I was working on something."
Holy
And
shit.
Oh
and
my gods.
and Manners just goes, "You apparently died. And this one is your apprentice," as he gestures over to you, Tegan. And he goes, "And your anchor points are broken." And you see that Rashal takes the book and goes, "Huh, right. Apprentice, hold this." And the open book, the heavy tome, he just assumes you're going to catch it as he puts it into your chest.
Will do
And
my best.
he pulls out his own golden book necklace as he puts one hand on the one you have and one hand on his. And you can see in his golden eyes the typical slits that are of the dragon kind, like, get wide. And you watch as the left half of him that is touching the book from the future seems to wither and age rapidly. And the other one seems to contain, at least maintain, the youthful appearance. And as he's doing this, he goes, "Ha ha! Interesting. Future me figured it out, but died before he could implement it or wanted to implement it. Oh, this is great." You guys see as, like, this golden energy is pulled from the book of the future and into the book of the past, as pages are suddenly springing into life. New pages, new magics, as the hand is constantly moving and in motion. And he goes, it snaps both claws. And when that happens, you guys notice that the slits, the irises of his eyes change to that of hourglasses. As both books close, and he gives the one that he calls from the future back to you, Tegan, and he takes his and puts it back onto his chest and goes, "Well, that was an interesting way to become an archmage. I think I'll stay."
Ooh.
And he walks over to the entrance of the bookstore, and as he walks, the door just opens, as then three golden kobolds appear.
You guys are okay.
"Time is broken. How did you..." And he goes, "Override. Time is set. Time is set."
Uh-oh.
We lost our anchor being.
"Tegan, it was."
Uh-oh.
Yes. That's yes. So is it young Rashal? Is it
It
the
is.
old?
It's
It's the young one.
young Rashal, but give me an insight check, Tegan. With advantage, because you would know Rashal kind of the best of anybody.
Jeez. Thank God it was with advantage.
You can see, you have, like, this feeling, this inkling that while the outward appearance is that of a young Rashal, you know that some part of the Rashal you know was reborn or reconstituted or something into this version. So it's both the old and the old and the young who's the old. You know what I mean? It's the past and, not that far in the past seem to be at least as one. Because nobody said your name, just that not with him around, just that you were the apprentice, but he called you by your name.
Good to have you back, Master.
How far did you get up in the tower?
Fuck, I don't even know. Did I go up there?
Did you never really explore it?
I would, yes.
Lucky was in it all the time.
So was your
I
brother.
did a lot of research.
Right, so you stayed on the first floor. Got it.
I was learning
There.
new spells.
Yep. Yeah. Here, let me show you a fun trick. And he just touches that book, the little gold medallion, as it gets big again, but not incredibly stupidly so. And he goes, let's see. You've got what, 4 other spell books on you?
Yes.
Yeah. Hand me any of them. Just come on.
I'm gonna give him just one of the spell books that I got.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So he takes that book, he lays it on top of the golden book. It gets absorbed. There you go. You have access to all those spells now.
Oh, huh. Oh, oh, that is a
Say
neat, fun little trick.
what?
Oh,
Yeah, you should be careful of other spell books around that book. It likes to eat them, but in what it eats, it shares its knowledge with you. And listen, if you ever want to, spend some months locked up learning stuff, you come see me anytime.
I absolutely will do that.
Oh,
So we can't stay here anymore?
none of you are my apprentices. No. He can't. Yeah, sure. You all want to become wizards?
Fuck yeah.
No.
Just gonna add another class on there. Adnan.
I'm
Hang on.
so confused.
Adnan. Ooh, buddy, no, you don't survive. No. Better if you don't become a wizard.
I do have a problem with death.
You do.
Technically, none of us do, I think.
Anyway, you 3, as he refers down to the kobolds, I'm gonna need the information on what are we looking for? You summoned me from the past for something other than fixing my tower, right?
Xanthar.
And Manners goes, yes, the one whomever is responsible for destroying my tavern. I heard somebody say a name.
Xanthar.
Xanthar.
Xanthar. Give me more. What's a Xanthar?
A beholder.
Beholder.
Runs-
Xanthar.
He's the one responsible for severing the tie with the tower.
And,
Oh!
and killing people in the tavern and burning
People
it down.
died. Don't care about that. But severing the anchor point to my tower, now that makes it personal.
Well, it's alleged.
Alleged.
You
So
let
we'll
them
find
know.
out. Anyway, you 3, you got your mission things. I need Beholder, Xanthar, whomever attacked Manners, right? That's what you're going by? Manor. Whoever attacked Manners' tavern, apparently killed some people, broke the anchor. That's key. Start there. There should be some residual points for that. And the 3 just like go inside and just actively doing stuff. And he closes the door. He looks down. Oh man, this no, this ain't gonna. There we go. And he changes his robes from what he was wearing to dark bronze. Just readjusts them. And he goes, actually, hang on. Yeah. Someone else has my staff. That's okay. Let's just summon it. He touches the ground, like lifts up. And as he does that, Vajra appears.
Shit.
Oh no.
Tegan, it's your girlfriend.
I knew I was gonna burn that bitch to the ground eventually.
She looks around
Sorry.
wide-eyed. What? Why? What? How? Yeah, time, don't care. Mine, thank you. And he just, and the staff itself, it's shaking because she's trying to hold on to it, and then goes, he goes, right, now you can just, and he lifts his hand up and turns, and you see her like vibrate in place a little bit, and then it's gone.
He put, just so you know, Rogier, she put 3, I don't know what they were officially called, entities into that staff.
Oh,
Like starts looking it over.
Sin, she called them.
Gluttony, something
Henry.
else.
Wrath and greed.
Yeah.
And as he
Mhm.
says that, he looks back at the cans of grace. Interesting. And then, yeah, that feels better. And he like shakes it, and then it's gone.
Oh, Jesus, they fell back out into the playing field.
wait, you got rid of them? They're not in there anymore?
The staff is gone.
Oh, okay. Like Henry's
More
fucking
importantly,
run around Waterdeep eating
he
people.
took Blackstaff.
Hen-
Blackstaff.
Go around eating people.
Actually, I think
your
this
mug.
thing is now called the Staff of Waterdeep, although I don't know why. I guess because it lets you move around the city, but no, I didn't take Blackstaff's. That's my apprentice's staff. I don't want that. I want mine.
But I don't have a black staff. I've
Right,
got
you're
a
the
wooden-
latest apprentice. I'm
Right.
very old. I've had quite a few. You haven't made your own staff because you haven't explored the tower.
Oh, yes, exploring tower.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
You kind of died unexpectedly, too.
Looks alive to me. Listen, Tegan, if you're going to be a good wizard, you really need to stop with this bullshit and really lock down on the studies, okay? Like, that's what a good wizard does. I see you're kind of into, like, the more evocative abilities, which is fine for parlor tricks. But if you really want to learn something more, such as, oh, I don't know, the cosmic forces of time or gravity, maybe a bit more nose in books and out of booze. No offense, Frivolity, but to be fair, I'm the smartest one in this group. And Frivolity just laughs. Like, already like re-drinking from the flask from Tegan, and just laughs. He goes, wow, patience. Yeah, no arguments here, bud. You got the brains. And apparently still a stuck in the mud asshole, but that's fine.
Patience doesn't seem to make sense.
Egan is so torn between booze Jesus and magic Jesus. I don't know.
Look, Tegan can have
Feist, do you
two
say that out
loves.
loud? Do you say that out loud, Feist?
I do
About
not.
Um,
I'm
no,
just gonna-
Feist does.
about the why the nickname Patience.
Yep.
Okay. As you say that, the mouse kind of comes over, and he goes, "That's it's not because he has patience. It's because time doesn't mean anything for him. So it seems like he has patience because he has all the time in the world. Because if he just gets aggravated at you, he'll just stop your time, and it'll be like nothing for you. But days will go by."
So how come you guys didn't call him Timeless?
It's a great question. I didn't make the names.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so now Manners is speaking. Tower's fixed. Apprentice has met master. Master has gotten staff back. Can we get back to the real business now, Rochelle? Yeah, Manners, that's fine. Let's go.
So confused.
Me too, darling.
Poor Remy. The entire cast of characters has changed in 2 days.
I'm so very confused at this point.
They are gesturing for you guys to continue taking them to your tavern.
I think we
Well,
continue to take them to the tavern, or I do.
Okay.
hopefully that's where
I don't
Leaf
like-
is, because we told Leaf to meet us back at the bookshop.
Well, as you guys walk around the corner there, Manners goes, "Why are you taking me to my tavern? I thought you guys had your own tavern. What is going on?"
I'm not allowed to say it because Stabby McGee over here is going to poke someone in the eye until we get back to the tavern. So we got to wait till we get back to the tavern so Stabby McGee doesn't have a fit.
You know, I'm actually entertained by Stabby McGee. So McGee, no stabbing Feist for at least the next day. Feist, what is going on?
So,
Well, Feist,
That-
you don't know the whole story.
yeah, I don't
This
actually
goes-
know the whole story.
This goes back a minute.
John should be the one telling these stories because he exaggerates the shit out of them.
Tell you what, we'll let Feist tell it and Adnan can fill in the details.
No.
So,
Oh,
How
Adnan and
about-
Tegan got this.
oh no.
Jeez.
Adnan, you start telling it. Tegan is doing. As we go back in time.
Feist is looking at Manners with like their eyes just kind of get wide and their whole face just kind of droops and they just sort of good
I'll
luck.
I'll go back and I'll tell the story about how we were granted the deed to the troll skull, and once we took possession of it, we encountered Leaf in there, and
He was a ghost, though. Tell him he was a
yeah,
ghost. He was
you
dead.
were you were a ghost, and we had a common interest in bringing the tower or the tavern back into full functioning pride of Waterdeep, and we did, and we improved upon it, and you were doing great, and unfortunately at the time you were spectral.
Why do you keep saying you?
I don't think this is
Leaf.
our Leaf.
Leaf
Is this not
dead.
our Leaf?
I am
Yes, Leaf.
not Leaf.
Leaf is not
Leaf
dead.
isn't dead.
Oh, you're the owner
No.
of Troll Skull? Like before Leaf? Leaf worked for you?
Leaf worked for me, yes.
Oh. He took
Mm.
very good care of your tavern.
I'm sure he did up until I killed him. He's dead.
Well,
Plot thickens.
that's I'll let Portia take this one.
I just look
I
at
am
Manners
stopping
and I just
my fingers.
I don't say a
and
word.
Jaw dropped.
Nope. We were given the deed to the house. Leaf is not dead. And that's all I say. I feel like I'm having a staring match with the mask. At this
So,
time.
I guess where I get where there's some holes and maybe you can fill it in is what happened. Why was it vacant?
Why did you kill Leaf?
If he didn't tell you the story, it's not. I won't either. But apparently now he's dead, and the city has just arbitrarily given up property that it did not belong to them. It's very interesting how these humans, how short their memories are.
Leaf is not dead. Like Adnan said, we got the deed. Some things may have happened, and Rashal may have brought Leaf back as a spectral ghost, and then we may have brought Leaf back to life.
He turns to Rashal. And he's like, "Oh, yeah, I'm still filtering through these memories. Um, something about ghost and a robot automaton thing
I blew him up.
exploding, a missing
Yep.
arm.
You gave me that arm. It was
I
very
think
good
I
arm.
did an arm thing.
You did.
Yeah, I used some Netherese metal. That was fun experiment.
Oh yeah, that's
Um,
still here too. I gotta ask you questions then. Later.
Let's see.
Don't look over the part where Blackstaff made him human.
So okay. Yeah, at some point I died, so I don't really know the whole story here.
Were you and Leaf enemies?
No?
Do we need to be worried if you two see each other?
Worried? Why? Why would you be worried?
Has one killed the other?
Yeah, what he said.
I have no idea anyway, but Leaf's this really nice, like, he's an elf and he kind of has a connection to the tavern and he puts up barriers and they brought him back to life somehow with something that might be the reason why this whole town started on fire. But yeah, that's a long story and I don't really know what they're doing.
If I look around, do I see any signs that Leaf has been here or is currently here? Any movements around the tavern?
What signs would give
I don't know,
Leaf
like,
away? Like, what are you looking for?
I don't know. I am looking
Like
for
a
any.
sock on the door, but the door's like
No,
slightly cracked
I'm not.
open.
Like, can I see into the tavern, like any movements within the tavern, or like I
Give me an
imagine
active
I wouldn't.
perception check.
Of course not.
So close.
Nope. You see no signs of Leaf.
Okay, I do get off the barrel.
So
Again, are we gonna have any trouble if you see Leaf? He's our friend.
I'm not going to have any trouble. I don't know if
Okay.
you will have any trouble. He will definitely have some trouble.
do you have issue with us being the owners currently?
I find it a very legal-ish, interesting bit because I'm the owner of the establishment.
Okay.
It wasn't the
you-
city's to give away.
Even though it had been abandoned for.
But you have like legal
years?
documents to back that up, obviously, right? You'll have some
Oh,
papers or something.
I do have the legal documents to back it up, as well as the original key. Not the copy that was left for just in case.
We should probably get that sorted out down at the city hall.
So if this is currently our home, are we going to have a problem with you trying to take it from us?
Oh, I don't think there'll be a problem at all. There's not going to be any try. It's mine.
No.
Gerhardt, what are you doing?
Come on, legalese our ass.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, there's something called the rules against perpetuities, which might come into play here. Yeah, I would be quite interested in seeing this in court. Because if you were, of course, legally dead, then all property rights are gone.
And yet I'm not dead.
I was
Uh,
gonna ask, are you dead?
But you were.
Why was I dead?
Why weren't you here?
I think you're mixing up Leaf and him.
He's
Gerhard.
not.
I don't think he
he's-
died.
I think there was something in the city laws that said that if you left a building unattended and in a state of disrepair for such a long time, it was forfeited over to the city.
Well, I
I don't
guess
know
we'll
though.
find that out.
I'm not the mayor, king, prophet. I don't even remember who the fuck their name is, but it'd be
Water,
interesting discussion.
Waterdeep Adventures, the courtroom episode.
Episode. It's gonna be another year. We're gonna it's gonna be
No,
Waterdeep Adventures.
it's not
The
because
Kangaroo Court.
those would be the episodes that Gerhardt misses because they always are the episodes that Gerhardt misses. At any time I prepare legal documentation to have some fun with, he's like, I'm cross country. I'm stuck in the woods. My bicycle had a flat tire as I was riding around this mountain just because.
That was
I
in
offer to
Lilac.
step in for
Don't
you,
forget he's
Gerhardt, but
accidentally stuck
apparently
teaching
I'm not legal
youths to
enough.
dance.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know.
I mean, as far as I know, you were nowhere to be seen. You're not the one who made it the place to be in the city currently. And you haven't been living here, and the city did give it to us. So it's mine.
You definitely, like, Portia, you have a valid argument, and Manners seems like they have a valid argument as well. I think the only way you could solve this is to have the city review the documents and say it's ours or his.
So we get kicked out of our home that's already burnt down, that's supposed to be rebuilt, and we can't go back to the book tavern because this asshole decides to say that it's his.
Not all hands in life are fair or fun.
I
But
mean,
what's
I
right
can go
is
back
right.
to the bookstore.
Yeah, this is Didn't you guys go to like town hall and get documents like yesterday that said
So-
the tavern's yours?
We went there to talk to him about adding new people's names onto the deed because the Wayward Souls has changed in composition. Is what we were going to do. We never did that because we were in the process. We didn't complete it, but we do have the deed that says that Troll Skull Manor is owned by the Wayward Souls. Now Manners says he has a deed that has his name on it.
Okay, so I want to see it.
You're all very confusing.
Maybe
'Cause
we're
we also
co-owners.
have one that has our name on it.
Is there some sort of solution or compromise, Manners, that you would be open to not have to go to the city and have an argument in front of them, or are you just hell bent on saying it's yours and taking it back? For instance,
Adnan, give me a persuasion roll.
Have a serious conversation with somebody who covers his face.
Do you say that out loud?
Yes.
Okay.
Steps back away from Portia and the group.
I didn't hear what Portia said. What'd she say?
How do
gonna
you have a
start a
serious
fight.
conversation with somebody who covers their face?
I'm
just-
definitely gonna use a luck. No, well, you know
Really?
what? No, I'll let the 20 ride. Screw
Okay.
it.
All right. He or they, because you don't really know, look at you and they go, "All right. How about this then? You don't want to have all this strange legal stuff in your way. You basically want me to abdicate my ownership of it, and you guys get to keep it. Is that basically the gist of it? That's at least what you are currently saying. Is my understanding this correctly?
I believe that's the consensus of the group.
Great. Okay. Cool. So in that case, yeah, you know what? Just show me where Leaf is at. When my business is done with him, I will not pursue this anymore.
I don't think that's necessarily a safe option at this moment, at least until we consult with Leaf.
Would you, at this point, disclose if you would harm Leaf if you saw him?
Oh yes, he deserves to die again.
I punch Manners in the.
Oh,
No.
Yeah, now.
Oh, well,
Give you attack roll.
here we go.
oh,
Full send.
here we go.
Full
I
send.
punch him. I don't use the war pick.
Jesus.
Okay.
And you thought
Unar-
Adnan fucked
unarmed
up
strike.
earlier.
26 is going to hit.
Jesus.
Holy
It's
shit! When I
solidarity
So
and family,
you connect, boom, and it is loud. It is metal against metal as you boom with your your fancy gauntlets that Feist and Avian Imbric made connect against the side of the hood. And as that happens, the hood kind of tears a little bit. And the head does do this. The rest of the body doesn't move, but the head does go with the hit. And they roll their head back and they roll their neck. And then they undo the clasp at the center. They pull the hood down and undo their robe that they have been wearing, or the cloak they have been wearing across all this. And when that hits down, you see that they are in from head to toe completely black armor that appears to be full plate like, except that it's more smooth. It is more rounded edges instead of hard square edges. It reminds you of the top half of Leviathan. And across their back, you can see on coming up from either shoulder two long curved ended blades as they reach back and they pull out not one but two revenant blades. And they just let them go and they seem to fly and hover on their own. And after he does that, he looks over to Rashal and you hear him say, "Could you please, let's not be interrupted. And could you restore that to before the explosion?" And Rashal pulls out that same two golden disc item, spreads it apart, and turns it sideways, which freezes time for all of you. But again, you are aware of things. You just cannot move or act. And after he stops time, which again, it seems like everybody's like in mid walking, everything gets super quiet. Rashal pulls out his book, opens it, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. He flips some pages and he gestures over to the tavern and he seems to just make a counterclockwise motion. You guys are watching the flames in all of you, like the whole motion of people and going around and explosions, like all happen in reverse until just before any of that damage happened. And he stops. And then he closes his book and he takes that hourglass and he turns it back again and collapses the two halves, and time resumes. And before you is a fully repaired Troll Skull Tavern Manor. Windows repaired, doors repaired. There's no fire damage. Off to the side from, like, you guys are in front of it. All that, all the way up, fixed. And he goes, "You all really did do a halfway decent job. It was a okay hit. I guess you and Leaf must mean something." And he starts walking to the door. And the Revenant blades, they just hover around him. And they follow behind him.
Are we able to? Am I able
You
to
are.
move?
Yep, you're able to move again. Rashal resumed time.
I'm going. I'm going to follow him,
I
Okay.
yelling
grab
for
Adnan real
Leaf.
quick.
Uh,
Can't you do the thingy to tell Leaf not to come home?
Find Leaf. We
The
need to find
sending?
Leaf.
Yeah.
I can, but what if he's inside?
The tower. It was just
Tell
restored.
him
He
to
was.
hide then.
Yeah. Tell him to meet us somewhere.
I'm following the guy in.
Fuck.
He doesn't go in. He goes to the door. He reaches into one of the slots on his belt pouch, pulls out a key, inserts it, twists it, and pulls the key back out and puts it back into his pouch. And you watch as red energy encompasses the entirety of Troll Skull.
What just happened?
Same thing that our key did.
It's red instead of.
Well-
Isn't ours green normally?
Ours made it green, but
Yes,
Yeah.
yours was
It's
green.
Did you-
blocked us out.
did you just put a no trespassing bubble over the property?
As you say that, he turns around. He puts his hands on the helmet section, and he's taking it off as he turns around to you. And it looks just like Leaf, but significantly older.
Wait, do
What
you have a
With
twin
this
suit
long-
just like Tegan?
This long
What?
braid of hair that comes down that is graying at the ends. The same eyes, but older. The same face, but older. The pointy ears and the hair, but older.
Gotta say, as a fellow elven kind, you and Leaf are strikingly similar.
Indeed, that would be the case.
Is he a sibling?
I am Leonatus Harrowhawk, the older brother.
Well, this just got fucked up. So were you born and raised in this building?
No,
Why would you kill your brother?
I could think of a lot
That
of
doesn't-
reasons, Remy. Just saying.
he
No,
deserved it.
You take care of family. That's what nobody else does.
Can look, you and your brother have some bad blood amongst each other, okay? And it's really not. I don't want to get in the way of family business, but you seem to be a reasonable, intelligent, understanding individual, and Leaf, from our dealings with him, seemed to be a good-hearted individual who took care of us. I would like to facilitate you guys maybe burying the axe or putting the bad blood behind you or whatever happened. Maybe it was a misunderstanding, but I wouldn't want to facilitate a duel to the death between brothers. Could we maybe do baby steps and just have a meeting with Leaf?
Listen, there's nothing for you to worry about. It's not going to be a duel.
I really don't want one or both of you to die, is what I'm telling you. I barely know you, but I don't want to see you die.
It's interesting how even dead or re-alived, Leaf can charm the ignorant to him.
I would give you that. Like I'm no Tegan. I give you that. Yeah, but Leaf had some good qualities. Like he was teaching me how to use a Revenant blade, and you know
Hmm. Hmm.
he helped us bring the tavern back to where it was, and maybe some modifications that made it a little bit better. That's subjective though.
Mm.
But I've always found that I don't know, you solve more problems with a calmer approach than just a full on let's go nuke it all and burn the bridge while we're standing on it.
Let's agree to disagree on that particular point.
Okay.
Leaf is evil,
Well,
No,
and
he's
while
not.
you may have seen a face of him that made you believe otherwise, I killed him for a reason.
as I'm having this interaction with
Yep.
him,
Hmm.
I'm really focusing on mannerisms and body language.
Yeah. Give me
His
an insight. Give me an insight check.
Is the fun mouse folk still standing around here too?
Oh, nice add-on.
Yeah.
I mean the mouse guy, like, and the witch, like everybody else is still all around the dwarf, like, supported by the hands, like they're still all there. Manners,
Okay.
or Leonidas, is the only one who walked to the door after Rashal restored everything. Like, so they're still, I mean, they're, center of the street, as everybody's doing things. I mean, you guys are starting to attract some people because suddenly fucking Troll Skull's repaired, but that's one or two. It's not a big crowd. But yes, the mouse and they're all still like by where the rest of you are at. Adnan with a 22. Nothing he has said has been a lie.
so let, maybe okay. I will do my best to reach out to Leaf and find his whereabouts and let you know where that may be. I mean, I will do my best to do that. I don't currently know where he is, obviously, because we were at the castle. Like, all hell broke loose in town. Everybody went different ways. But I will say, prior to all of this going down, Troll Skull was like the epicenter, like one of the main meeting grounds that brought a lot of people happiness and come together, and families enjoyed the restaurant. Could you at least take the barrier down so that we can offer the townspeople some place to put some food in their belly and maybe put a little bright spot on a rather shitty day slash week?
Listen, you give me Leaf, and I'll give you this key and my version of the deed.
So all I gotta do is tell you where Leaf is.
Adnan.
Is that the deal you want to make?
I don't want to know where Leaf is or was. I want Leaf. So as long as your information gets me to him, and not fragments or shadows or where he was, but him, then yes.
And
I wanted to have a chat with Rachel.
what
Adnan.
do you want to put that in writing? I
Adnan.
mean, because I don't want to deliver Leaf and then get. I don't know you, so I don't want to get double crossed. You can understand that.
I can, but since the city doesn't abide by who owns what is written down apparently doesn't matter.
How
So
about you
you
give the key to Rashal and say, I deliver Leaf. Rashal gives me the key. If not, Rashal gives you the key.
Okay, I'll give the key to Rashal.
All right. I'll work on trying to find Leaf.
And
Question. You said that it wasn't your story to tell as to why he's evil, but you also are very clearly stating that he's evil, so it would stand to reason that then he wouldn't tell us. So, would you tell us why he's evil?
I mean, I could, but to be fair, you all seem to be under his spell, and doubtful you would believe me.
Probably.
I'm gonna
It's
I'm gonna
better.
sit down on the step, and I'm gonna cast Sending.
Adnan.
So I
We don't
just
believe you now as it is. What's the difference? You have a
Hang
chance
on,
to sway us.
people are whispering things.
Leaf ran into your brother. Need to see you. He wants to kill you. How can I help? Send.
Okay.
How can I help? This is
Kill you.
unspecific. How can I help? How can I help kill you? How can I help him kill you? How can I help you? You had 2 more words. Oh.
Listen,
I bet you
sending is a lot
text.
of pressure. This is like
I bet you text exactly like this. Damn it, Dad!
I want to ask Rachel 2 questions.
Go ahead.
First question. Can he do the time orb restore thing to other places that may have been damaged in Waterdeep? Like he did with Troll School here.
And what's
In
your other
your-
question?
And my other question is, why is there such bad blood between Leaf and his brother? I can't make a decision one way or another until I know the full story. All I know right now is what I know of Leaf, and I don't know his brother at all.
Okay, so then Rashal will respond to you.
using the time warp to fix troll skulls better than leading the fire brigade.
There's so many other people that need help just to fix Troll Skull like that. That's some shady shit.
Shit. Oh my gosh, I'm just hearing the political campaign commercial for one of the Montana people. They keep calling him Shady by then his last name.
Oh no.
You said Shady, so I'm like hearing.
Oh no.
Well, the whole time they were
Say
talking
no.
about flipping the keg and doing all I could think of is that commercial for Bop It.
Oh
Pop it,
God.
twist it,
Twist it.
pull it.
Pull it. All I can say is I'm not sober enough for what's going on right now. Not Feist, me. Not sober, drunk enough for what's going on. Oh.
I was about to be like, damn, raging on a Sunday night.
God, I wish.
Got the high maintenance clients tomorrow.
All right, so
That's when there's bourbon in the
there's
coffee.
Tegan's. Let me get Adnan's. Yeah, 25 words.
I'm while this is happening, I'm also going to pop into Remy's head and say, "Hey, Remy, this is Adnan. Are you able to get a read or any inner thoughts on Mr. Krabby Pants over here?"
That's not exactly my skill set. I don't have magic like that.
Oh, damn, I'm gonna have to roll the dice on that one then. It never works out well.
I mean, I can
Roll
talk in his
die.
head, but that's not
Roll
helpful.
die.
Okay, I
There we
can
go.
detect thoughts, but
There is
Oh,
your
God.
25-word response, and now the other person who's whispering me.
Oh my God, we're gonna level a city block. Oh
This is not gonna end.
Let's do it.
no,
Let's do it. Come on.
no,
oh
we
jeez.
cannot kill them.
If you
We
do
cannot
bad
kill
stuff,
them.
I'm just gonna run away.
Remy, it's Adnan again.
No.
Leaf got back to me. I think we're
Okay.
fucked. He
Oh.
said he's going to torture us for info if we don't feign ignorance.
Wait.
What? Sure.
I'm just like so.
All right. Maybe it's not too late for that vodka.
All right, group. You want to go help me try to track down Leaf? Group.
I think
Go.
we should go.
No.
I think we're just
Leaf?
gonna
Who's Leaf?
this whole. Who is that? Let's
I think we should
go.
really go look for Leaf so he can get back into the tavern. I'd like to sleep in my own bed tonight.
Yeah, same.
Is Feist picking up what Adnan's putting down?
Yeah, I'm.
Guys, that is up to you as characters. I
Oh,
don't
so I
tell
don't
you.
have to roll. No, because I don't. It's like, do I have to roll? Because I've like knowing how his tone is.
I mean,
That's
guys, you could sit
up
around there
to
and
you.
look at the tavern with
Okay.
the bowl, or you can come with me, is what I'm
Yeah.
saying. We're done here.
Agreed.
Leaf Erickson, where should we meet up with you or get a hold of you if we find Leaf?
Just come to the bookstore. Oh, and Shawl, apparently they want you to hold on to my key. And he'll hand it to Rashal. Rashal will close his claws over it. By the way, I feel like Portia specifically would notice this. He's not missing a claw. And he just puts it inside one of the inner pouches of his robes. And then the dwarf goes, "Oh, right. This is not the party I was really expecting. You went and fixed up the place of booze and you locked it up. That's. Can somebody? I need. Listen, Tegan, right? Your flask, great flask. But I'm really tired of refilling it. Can somebody just put the hose like in the barrel here?"
Yes, I will happily put the hose in the barrel and get him the barrel. The hose. To get my goddamn flask back.
So how do you make a hole in the top of the barrel?
With a fireball, of course.
Oh my God, you are gonna level the city block.
Please,
So-
please do fireball.
Feist is not helping you.
Well, I mean, you can't outrun it.
You definitely can't.
if we gotta take him
And
out,
my wand is fully charged.
Oh,
Tegan, how do you make a hole in the top of this barrel?
So like where the wax is put through the cracks,
Hmm.
right? I'm just gonna kind of poke and then stuff.
So that's what Feist tried to do, but it's a crack, and your hose is
can't.
a big round. So as you're fumbling with that, the mouse comes up with one of his swords, just makes a hole, and then puts the hose in. As then the dwarf takes a big, as though again breathing, and he goes, it's better. Ah, here's your thank you. Here's your flask back. By the way, I did a little something extra for that since you let me borrow that. I appreciate you.
Nice.
Well, we're going back to a bookstore to party. This is, I don't understand. What? What? Listen, let's just go. They're doing something. They're finding the leaf guy who is dead but not dead. Like, why does that name sound so familiar to me? And then the mouse is like, what do you mean? How do you forget what Leaf did? Godly.
What did he do, little friend?
Maybe you should do some history, learn some things. Look up history of Waterdeep about 300 or so years ago. I'm sure it'll be fine. Find out for yourselves if you don't want to trust our words. Telling you Leaf's a bad guy? You're like, oh, what'd he do so I could decide if he's a bad guy or not?
It's
Make up
almost
your
like
own
it's
mind.
easier to make a decision with information.
So find it.
Mouse is right. Let's go. We need to find Leaf and get our tavern back. Hip hip cheerio.
So they're going to the bookstore / magic tower.
I mean, are you
Meanwhile,
sure that Leaf isn't bad? Because, like, he did
Remy,
seriously threaten me.
I'm walking down the street like
where are we
they were
going,
doing at
Adnan?
that speed walk in the Olympics.
yeah,
Adnan, did Leaf get back to you?
He's gonna torture us,
Wait.
Tegan.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait,
Remy.
let's find somewhere
Leaf
safe.
is going to torture us?
Stop. Let's
you
find
guys
somewhere
get
safe.
down the street before you start talking out loud about this.
Even on the street, let's find somewhere safe.
Listen, we gotta, before we talk about this, we have to make sure we're not followed. We are,
Uh-huh.
you know how this works?
Yeah,
Remember when we
Remy?
fucked around with the beholder and we were like, oh, we'll just talk as we go down the street, and next thing you know, we get ambushed and things go south. Let's not replay that scenario again.
Remy, can you tell if we're being followed? That seems to be a skill set in your wheelhouse.
I will stand back from the group, kind of sit in the shadows for a bit, and do a little bit of darting around to make sure nobody's trailing us or paying too much attention.
Okay, give me an active perception check. And while you're doing that, this will be a check for a period of time. Where are you guys trying to go?
I think
I think
We should
maybe
probably go
Avian.
to Avian and Bricks.
Their
Yeah.
places,
Yeah,
ashed. We'd have to go to Tally's.
well, that's what the last place we sawing.
We could go to the Quinn's house.
Tally's is closest. Let's start there. It was Tally's, right? Am I imagining that?
Alley shop is right next to our building.
Who was it? Who were we digging? Who were we diving for nails? Who was it?
Tally.
That is
Okay.
Tally, but
That
that
is Tally.
building literally is connected to Troll Skull.
as much as I would hate to say, maybe we should go to a temple.
Okay.
We know we won't be going to the Cords Temple.
No,
Raven-
to the
also
Big One's temple.
Which big one?
Bashal. We give a lot of donations there. We're kind of like Martin's over
Shiraz.
there.
Is the
Shiraz.
Hands of Grace
That's
out?
Bahamut.
That's
Bahamut.
Bahamut, but it's
Bahamut.
that particular dragonborn is Shiraz, not Rashal.
Oh.
I know
okay,
dragonborns,
okay.
you racist bastard.
So a lot
Yeah,
of stuff coming at me this
Okay,
game.
One's
That is-
silver, one's gold, whatever.
That is probably our best bet since the Raven Queen, they let their temple burn. Obviously, Cord is not. So Bahamut's temple was damaged and they were going over to Quinn's, but Bahamut is probably the most intact. Who's your god, Gerhardt? Do they have a temple here that we could find safety at?
not that I know of. That is Akadi.
She doesn't have a temple here?
Probably not.
I think
Okay.
it's 9 Gates of Hell or something like that where they're located.
While they're talking about temples,
Yep.
the bookstore. Can I see the bookstore's down the road? You can't see it from the tavern.
So it's around the corner and like
Around the
2 or
corner.
3 buildings down. It's
So as
on
soon
Troll
as-
Skull Alley.
Well, yeah. So as soon as the Hands of Grace go around the corner, I hustle over to Tally's.
Why are you
So
leaving
hang
the
on. So
group?
now you are backtracking all this roleplay. Because initially
No.
you guys were going way past
We
everything.
went past him. Okay.
Yes.
I forgot. I didn't catch that. I'm sorry. We walked and talked. Never mind. Nope,
Yes,
I'm not backtracking.
Because
anymore.
nobody wanted to talk in anywhere near the vicinity.
Correct.
And there was some
Yep.
talk about going to Tally's,
Correct.
but then Adam was like, that's right next to where these fuckers are at. Let's not. Let's walk
Yeah.
and get the fuck out of here. And you
Okay.
guys went for a good jaunt to get, out of sight and then started talking
Have our
about where to go and what to do. And then
Yep.
Remy was asked to keep a lookout, so Remy kind of backed up, disappeared into the crowd, is checking things out. You guys you'd have to backtrack if that's what you want to do.
Nope. Never
Okay.
mind. I had
Okay.
a brain fart. I'm kind of semi forgot we walked around the other
All
way.
good.
Yeah, Bahamut. I think you're right. Let's go to Bahamut. Let's start with a temple. I don't think we should go to Quinn's. That was where they were dealing with that was the hospital. Let's go to the temple itself.
So he didn't tell you where he was at, Adnan?
Wait, Portia. But
Bahamut's
seriously,
there.
let's get to the temple.
So you guys
Yeah.
are heading to the Temple Bahamut.
Yep.
Okay. So Remy, as you're taking the step back, there's still people in the street, but you're keeping an eye on, and while your dagger gives you a different kind of sight, there's still people around, so it doesn't really help in this particular instance.
Yeah,
And
but I'm like more just gonna hang in like the shadows if need
Sure.
be, so that nobody else sees me.
so as you're going from one to the other, and still keeping an eye and looking back and around, and in one particular moment as you're looking to the left to make sure you're not being followed, you off from your right. Well, you're actually really good at that.
Oh,
Yes.
Remy.
As you turn to see Jasmine. And you would be better if you would have had the outfit I had made you. But you guys, in that particular situation, really made an ass of yourselves, or at least Adnan did, and you kind of left in a hurry.
Yeah, it's been interesting.
Again,
you?
let the record show that Adnan was the ass, not Tegan.
I'll write it down again.
You all should stop by the shop
Oh,
as soon as you can.
That's a great idea. Question for you: is Leaf evil? I'm very confused.
I don't think so.
Great. This stage just got even more complicated.
And his brother sure thinks so.
You're not
We're
there,
not
Tegan.
there.
Shut up. Who are you looking around for? You seem to
People
be
follow
really.
us. The hands of
Oh.
grace.
Oh, well. In that case, you probably should show up sooner rather than later, huh?
That's a good idea. Oh, by the way, I'm just very confused at this point, but thank you. See you later.
As you say that, she turns and then literally fades into the shadows themselves.
I want to be here when I grow up.
Heels and all, baby.
As soon as I can potentially see Porsche.
I mean,
or
you listen, you've been keeping an eye on the group. You know exactly where they are. Even with this short conversation, you can get right to them.
I'm gonna go right up to like Porsche and Tegan and be like, we have to go to Fashion Treasures now.
Why would I want to go to? Why?
Why?
Why do I need a?
Jasmine wants us to show up there, especially if we're on the lookout because of the Hands of Grace. She knows things.
Oh,
Jasmine
okay.
would be safe, right, Portia? She's your friend.
Fashion treasures would be
Awesome.
safe. They would be safe.
They're far too, right?
Let's
They're in
just-
the snooty
let's
part of
just
the
go.
city.
They are the snooty part of town. Yep.
Yeah. So let's
You
go.
guys
That's
were
far
going more
away.
south center. You'd have to turn and go more north center.
Let's do it.
Yep.
In that case, about 20-25 minutes before you are at the Fashion Treasures. And you see that it too is burnt. You see that half of it, like from the, it's a fairly wide rectangular building. You can see the roof has collapsed in on on one half of it. All the windows are busted outward. You can see where flames have obviously lit from inside up, but you can see the scorch marks. And as you're looking at this wreckage, I need everybody to give me an investigation roll.
I don't
Boom!
have my
Fucking
fancy
net
eyes
20.
back, right?
The fancy eyes are only for things within like a foot or two away. This would not be a foot or two away.
Well,
But to
let's
answer your
add
question,
a-
yes, those are still built into your armor.
because
Gerhardt
I'm
notices
still
it.
unclear about my armor and how it works now.
Yep,
So
that's
cool.
fair. Gerhardt notices what Tegan noticed. Portia, well, Portia notices. Hot damn.
Good job, Portia.
Are you flashing that Feist or no?
I think I might need this, considering this day is probably going to last for another 12
It's up
sessions,
to you if you want
so,
to.
Nah,
It's not.
nah, I'm going to keep it.
Yeah, I'm adding that to mine.
Oh, you okay? Okay.
I just want to see things. I'm very
Sure.
scared. At this point.
So everybody except for Adnan. Sorry,
Feist is too
Adnan.
confused by the fancy people around her.
I thought you are using the genius thing, aren't you?
No,
No, you're not.
we-
Okay.
we've-
So not
too many things
Feist,
happening.
not Adnan, everybody else. In this wreckage that seems random, there's a pattern to it. And you can clearly see a path through the damage that has fallen down and around, like around this building. And the path seems to, through the damage, through the wreckage, seems to lead off to the left-hand side, the damaged side of the building. It's like, while there's bits of wall and roof and shingles and things everywhere, there is a clear, not straight through, but a clear winding path that you are able to pick up on.
Let's go.
I follow the path.
Okay. As you follow the path through the wreckage off to the side of the house, you can see that the path is leading into the damaged structure. And similar to where Troll Skull had like the wall that was busted open a little bit, had a crack, the whole side here, to include the top floors, is like where the house was boxy, it's now not quite so boxy. Like it's boop boop. It's sheared almost with whatever explosion happened inside here. But the path is leading you in. And again, as you go through, you can see that the path seems to end in front of some debris. What do you do?
Is there
Is there anybody else around? Any signs of people?
No.
said the path ends at some debris?
Yes.
I want to take a closer look at that debris.
I was gonna. I
Mhm.
Give me
know
an investigation
Jason.
roll.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
definitely.
say,
Same.
can I help him?
Yeah. Gerhardt with advantage. Portia's helping.
Oh, take it. Damn. I'm rolling good on
Nicely-
investigation tonight.
Nicely done.
Gerhardt, as you're looking at this debris, and it looks like a large structure of it, and it looked like why would we come here? And as you're seeing that while there's a bunch of stuff here, you see like the very bottom piece seems to be some kind of wooden platform. And as you're looking at that, you notice that there are some darker colored chains that are meant to blend in with the damage that are on the right hand side of this debris, and you see they go up and connect at some point. And as you're following the chains, you can see off to the left hand side, inside what looks like a damaged bucket, is a lever. I think
Get
you're
up,
muted.
baby.
Are you muted? I don't know what you're saying.
Thank you, thank you. I was gonna say I definitely expressed this, and thank you for saying Kronk, because I was like, pull the lever, Kronk. So yeah.
You pull the lever?
I'm pulling the fucking lever.
Okay, so you reach your hand in, grab, and you see the chains move and shift, and that section of debris lifts up, and you see stairs going down. And as you let go of that lever, you hear it tick 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 as the chains are slowly
go.
moving to close that section again.
Oh, I
Let's
I
go.
go down. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
As you all go down within this small section, this the stairway here, you come in front of a you go down about 15 feet before it levels off, and you hear the thump from the debris falling back onto the opening. Excuse me. And once it gets dark, you can see that there are tiny sections of luminescent moss that kind of give a little bit of dim light inside the tunnel. But those of you with dark vision can see there's a door about 20 feet down. Walk on over to it. You don't see a knob or any way for you to open it. Feist is
Knock, knock.
knocking.
That's what you do when you go in someone's house, right?
As you knock, you hear a shk, shk, tick, 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 as the wooden door opens. And as it's opening, you're able to see that the wooden door itself is like 6 inches thick. It's a big fucking heavy ass door. And as it opens, stands behind the doors Jason.
Oh.
So
Good to see you're okay.
Jasmine must have reached out to you.
Mhm.
I've got a bunch of clothes for some of you, some dresses, things with pockets,
Think she's
and
Pockets are good.
maybe a warm meal. Come on inside.
Ah,
Thank you.
Thank you, Jason.
As you guys come inside, he shuts the door, and you see like he's moving these heavy wooden beams back across, relocking different things, and he traces a sigil around the doorway, and you guys just see like it, almost um, like a firecracker, that sputtering of light, a tiny explosion seems to trace around the door itself. And inside here it's a little cooler, but for whatever reason, as this place is extremely opulent, so too is the sub basement of this place. Marble floors, pillars that are supporting the upper sections all around, uh, continual flame sconces all through this place. It's got places of carpet. It's got nice sitting area. It's a big open space, but it's nice. It's got different pictures and things up. He goes, I know it's not as fancy as the rest, but it'll do in such hard times, I suppose.
Cool. Great. Adnan, spill it.
Feist is just gonna sit on the floor.
So Leaf
What
told
real-
me
Wait.
Did he tell you where he's at? Real quick.
what Feist?
Okay, Jason,
Huh?
are you comfortable getting involved in whatever bullshit this is gonna be? You gotta tell. We can't just talk and put somebody in danger, you guys. This is our friend.
Well,
We
One of
are
the
having.
you're here because Jasmine sent you, right?
Yes. So
Great, so we're involved. Continue.
okay.
Okay, so
I kind of
long story short, we ran into Leaf's brother who wants to kill him. I sent a message to Leaf, and Leaf told me to feign ignorance or he'll torture us to get the truth out of where he's at. And his
Who's
brother
going
wants
to torture you? Is Leaf going
Leaf
to torture you?
No, Leaf Erickson.
That's not his brother's name is which
Leonard.
one? You're mixing.
Leon
We've got
Leonidas?
Leonidas.
Leonidas. Sounds like Leaf Erickson to me.
So Leonidas is going to torture us for the information.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was very unclear into how you phrased this earlier.
Yes, it was.
Good God.
It really was.
Oh my fucking God. I was like, Leaf is a villain. Oh,
Adnan, can
whole
you
time.
tell
It
him
really
where
did
we
sound.
are?
It really did sound like
God
that.
damn.
I
I was
can
like, Leaf's gonna kill us. It's fine.
I can send a message again if you guys want me to.
Wait,
Let him
oh,
know
let's,
where we are.
No, you can't actually.
well, that's smart.
Correction, I can't send a message.
Can you find him, Jason?
Not from here, no. But I'm just saying, one of the reasons that it's safe to talk here is one of the reasons why you can't communicate outside.
Non-detection. That's awesome.
So,
I like this place.
Have you ever heard of Leonidas, who
No,
claims to be the owner of Troll Skull and wants to take it back from us?
aren't you
kill
guys
Leaf.
the owners of Troll School?
Well,
I
apparently,
didn't know Leaf had a brother.
yeah. This, I guess, this goes back 300 years.
It's the hands of grace.
Heads of. Oh, you mean those people that showed up earlier today at the
yeah.
Open Lords thing?
Yeah.
Then one of.
Man,
Is it the dwarf? Is the dwarf the brother? Or is,
No,
Leaf's
it's
an elf, right? So the mouse. No.
Manners.
No, the Manners one, the one all
The
tied up.
grove.
Oh,
Oh,
and they resurrected Rashal.
Mr.
So
Mysterious, who doesn't look nearly as good as I do in a cloak. Got it?
you're
Mhm.
correct.
Correct.
And Rashal is back, so Patience is also back on there.
Wait, Rashal is also dead, but I guess so is Leaf. You guys just keep bringing dead people back to life.
That one wasn't us.
That one
I was
wasn't
about
us.
to say that was
And
not.
it's
Yes.
not our Rashal. It is, but it isn't.
It's
don't
kind of
like
a
that.
yeah. I mean,
It's
it's
a
I don't like
Rishol,
merge.
but
that.
it's not Rishol.
I
You
don't
know, if
like
you
that Rashal. He's cruel to his kobolds.
you do a cell merge center, that's kind of what happened on that one.
So then
I don't
Leaf's brother.
understand, but I do understand that I need a drink.
Yeah, I think
Um,
Remy needs another one after today.
No.
I think we all do.
Reasons.
So we need to communicate with Leaf. We need to, I mean, not in this immediate moment, but we need to know where he's at, that he's safe, that he stays the hell away from his brother. We need to figure out why his brother's calling him evil.
And we can only use a trusted method to get a hold of.
All
Leaf.
Rashal told me was that they did things in extreme, but always what Leonidas thought was for the greater good.
That's what
So
the
maybe
mouse
he's,
told me
you
too.
know, maybe he's got a bit of a Doctor Doom syndrome. I mean, he is
Look.
wearing metal.
I don't know who Dr. Doom is, but look, that group has a flair for the dramatics. They wrapped us up there. I
I think we're gonna have to kill him.
We
I think
cannot
you're
kill
right,
them.
Adnan.
Okay, can we do one step
We
at a
cannot
time
kill them.
and get
So
Leaf here?
too.
Yeah.
They weren't
Common
well
sense.
welcomed in the court.
They took our tavern, and they're gonna kill Leaf.
Feist,
Portia.
you're not thinking. You have a whole temple of Cord that thinks you're an angel.
Okay, that's
You
because
have an army that's not bugbears.
those people don't have 2 cents to rub together to make 3, okay? What
Oh,
about this
neither
entire
do we
encounter?
No,
right
hang
now.
on, hang on. If you have the Cords believe you to be so Cord Knights believe Feist to be an angel of Cord. Is that what I'm understanding?
I
Okay,
don't think they
so the fact that they can't rub 2 coppers together to make a silver is beneficial. You tell them there's bad guy, they kill bad guy.
I don't know if they still think that. There was a very confusing message, and then once I got out of the trash can, I think they lost interest and they started.
Wait, you were in a trash can?
Oh dear.
Oh, she was in a trash can, all right.
No,
It's been a long
Leviathan
day.
melted, and I could. That was yesterday. Leviathan melted, and
Out of seemingly nowhere, a blade appears inside Jason's hand as he's pointing it to Feist. And he goes, I have never known my friend Feist to call Leviathan a trash can.
I know, you're right. This is sorry. I've spent.
Gotcha.
Are you all sure this is your Feist?
Yeah, it's the new armor talking.
I've
It's changed her.
The armor is inside of Feist now, and Feist is possessed by their armor, just like Portia
I
was
am
possessed by
not.
different things.
I am not. I'm just upset.
Look,
that
I
was
apologize for the
listening to
blade in the face. I understand you've had a day, but I've never known you to be like this, and I'm frankly concerned.
I'm concerned.
You're not the only one, Jason.
Also,
We all are.
Yeah,
ugh,
I'd be
Okay.
very concerned.
Should have seen the
We
look she gave
need
Samuel.
we need food, we need alcohol, and we need to have a conversation, apparently. One at a time, calm, gather some facts, start with some some beginnings, we'll hit some middles, we'll hit some ends, maybe we'll pass out, maybe we won't, maybe we'll have an orgy, who knows? But let's go sit down, have a talk and some food, because standing here at the door, first of all, is odd, and second, Feist, the fact that you called Leviathan a beautiful set of armor that has its own personality, a trash can, makes me believe you are either sleep deprived, you've been hit on the head a lot, or something has happened to cause enough trauma for you to do so, and you, my dear, need to sit down and really
All of the
take a breath, and let's just talk this out.
yes.
And follow me, friends. And that's where we're in today's episode of Waterdeep Adventures.
Ice needs a
What?
couple of gummies.
What an
Yes.
episode.
Vice needs some chocolate, the special kind that tastes like skunk butt.